we're going to have a deep look at this DeepCool wireless gaming mouse. The front of the box tells you it's the MG510, and you can also see it says DeepCool there. It is a wireless gaming mouse, not the best picture of the mouse in all honesty, but it does show it. On the back of the box, it says mouse, and there's some really small writing on there where Specsavers still won't be able to help you. Inside the box, you've got some foam. The mouse came in, a cable, which is 1.8 meters long, an adapter, as well as the wireless receiver, the mouse, some compliance information, and the manual. The manual is multilingual, tells you what all the buttons do, as well as where to get the software from and how to plug it in. The cable is a black 1.8 meters long cable, which has got USB Type A on one end and USB Type C on the other. USB A plugs into your PC or laptop. USB Type C plugs into the actual mouse to charge it up. If you do charge it up, the mouse itself will last up to 36 hours on the battery. The cable is braided, but it is a very soft braid, so that's pretty nice, and it flexes very easily. It does come with a USB Type-C to A adapter, so if you did want to use that on either ends of this cable, you could, to adapt it to the other type of cable, which is really good. And then you can plug in the wireless transmitter to the cable if you wanted, so you can use it as an extension lead, or you can plug it directly into your PC. And this adapter is 2.4 gigahertz. The bottom of the mouse has two low friction glide feet. It also has a DPI button, a report button, off, on, and LED on. Bear in mind, if you use the LED on, the battery isn't going to last as long. The actual sensor on the bottom is a PAW3370 optical sensor featuring 19,000 DPI and 400 IPS with a maximum of 1,000 Hz polling rate. A low-profile shape provides a comfortable grip for claw and fingertip users while providing support for palm style. The mouse has built-in RGB. You can change the RGB effect, and there's around about 7 different effects, by pressing the RGB button on the top of the mouse, and it will change between all the different effects. If you want the RGB lights off, you have to use the switch on the bottom of the mouse. If you don't like these effects and you want it to be a specific color, you will need to install the software on the actual computer, and then you can change it to specific colors or specific styles. So if you wanted it just yellow only, you could change it to yellow. If you wanted it blue, you can have blue only. And if you want different things like neon, motion streak, and all these different things, prism and so on, you can choose those settings on there and change brightnesses and different colors you want it to rotate between. But bear in mind, when you're using this and you put your hand over the mouse, your wrist is going to be covering all of the RGB effects, so you won't be able to see any RGB lighting while you're using the mouse. On the top of the mouse, you've got 6 buttons. So you've got your left button, your right button. You've got a wheel, which is also a button. Your RGB button, which changes the RGB effects. You've got 2 side buttons, so forward and back. Also on the top of the mouse, you've got a battery light information LED, which basically tells you if it's charging. I'm guessing it'll flash if it's running low of charge. You've also got their logo on the back, as well as the RGB effect and that little skirt round the bottom of the edge, which is that turquoisey colour for their brand. Okay, now we're going to do a sound test. This footage here is unedited, so no audio changes, so what you hear is exactly how it sounds. That's the microphone if you're not sure, and it's exactly 20 centimeters between there and the front of the mouse. So this is what the left mouse button sounds like. This is what the right mouse button sounds like. This is what the wheel sounds like. This is what the wheel sounds like when you press it. This is what the RGB button sounds like. The forward button, as well as the back button. And sliding on the mouse mat, Okay, here's the software. It's easy to download. It's just in a zip file on the website. The writing is a bit small on the software itself to see what it says, but you should just about be all right if you've got a larger screen. But if you've got something like a 13-inch laptop, it may be a bit hard to read. You can see at the top left, you've got different profiles you can choose. You can create, add, delete new ones. You can see your battery charge as well, and if it's full, half, and so forth. Pretty straightforward. Down the bottom here, that's if you're under the lighting mode. You can then change the different styles of lighting. So you can have it on none, or you could choose wave and change the different speeds and press apply for all your different options. There's quite a few on there, as you can see. So you can have it on one specific color, you can have it multiple colors, you can have it rotated. It's really up to you what you want to do. You can also change the polling rate on here all the way up to 1,000. I think the lowest is 120 hertz. So you've got quite a few different options there. You can also change your buttons at the top right. So it lets you change your button between different buttons. So if you wanted your left button to be your right button, you could do. If you wanted to be a macro button, you can make it a macro button. Also allows you to change that LED light as well. So if you don't want it as an LED light, you can use it for something a bit more useful. You've also got options at the top. If you click on it, what gives you options for changing the DPI settings. Again, you can choose different colors per DPI settings if you wish. You've got more settings on there for sensitivity, as well as scrolling speed and double click speed. And then on the last page, you can create macros. So especially if you want to play games and you need a macro for example, World of Warcraft or some other MMO type game, you want to do certain tasks and so forth. When you press a button, it will do that. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. It's really appreciated you made it all the way to the end. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and even click that bell so you get notifications of new videos and live streams. It does help support the channel, and supporting the channel basically means that we can release more content for you and also better quality content going forward. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.